Hi friends, today I will tell you a story from the everlasting tales of Vikram and Betal. This is a story about noble sacrifice. A king named Devendra ruled the kingdom of Suryansh. He was a very powerful and righteous in his manner of giving justice. He had issued an order that no man could have more than one wife and nobody could marry some other person's wife. Anybody found guilt was to be punished. A young man named Dhananjay lived in the kingdom of Suryansh. He was a very wealthy man. He had acquired a lot of wealth and properties through his ancestor. Dhananjay was a bachelor. His parents started looking for a beautiful bride for their son. One evening, as Dhananjay was taking a stroll in the city, he met an extremely beautiful girl. At the very first sight, Dhananjay fell in love with her and decided to marry her. On reaching home, Dhananjay called for his friend. He asked his friend to find out where the girl lived and what was her name. His friend returned a few days later with the information about the girl. Her name was Chandrika, and she was the daughter of the another rich merchant, Malaiketu, of the same city. Dhananjay sent the same friend to Malaiketu's house with the marriage proposal. But by that time, Malaiketu had already fixed up his daughter's marriage to a man called Jayachandra. When he heard of this, Dhananjay was very upset. He himself went to the merchant's house and said, "O nobleman, I ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. If you find me suitable," the merchant replied, "You are indeed worthy, O young man, but you are too late, as I have fixed Chandrika's marriage with another man." Dhananjay took leave of the merchant with a very heavy heart. Having loved Chandrika very deeply, he decided not even to think of marriage with any other girl. When Chandrika heard of Dhananjay's love for her, she felt sorry for him. She went to Dhananjay's house to say that she had to abide by her father's decision. She developed a soft corner for Dhananjay. She also started to like him. She thought that how cruel the life is to her. "How I wish to marry the handsome young Dhananjay," sighed Chandrika. She silently accepted her father's choice. Chandrika's marriage with Jayachandra was a grand affair. She was a very honest girl. So, when she was alone with her husband without hiding anything, she told Jayachandra about Dhananjay and her love for him. Pleased with her honesty, her husband allowed her to meet Dhananjay as he felt he should not come in between the two ardent lovers. That same night, she left the house of Jayachandra and walked towards Dhananjay's place through a thick forest. She was very scared of the darkness and kept walking. As she feared on her way, a thief suddenly jumped out of the bushes. He wanted to rob her of all her jewelry. Chandrika pleaded with him, "Please let me go now. I promise you that I will hand over the jewelry on my way back." The thief took pity on her, believed her, and allowed her to proceed. It was a very dark. Chandrika hurried off towards Dhananjay's house. He was shocked to see Chandrika standing in front of him. He got angry and scolded her. "How can a girl, and that too a married girl, come to me at such a late hour? Go back to your husband, Chandrika. This is not a right thing to do. And moreover, don't you know the king's order? It is an offense on our part to meet like this. If he sees us now, he will impose death penalty on us." Stunned by Dhananjay's attitude, Chandrika at once left the place. She kept crying as she did not accept this from her loved Dhananjay. She started back to her husband's house. Tears rolled down her face. On her way back, she met the thief who had been waiting for her. The thief was pleased to see Chandrika and that she had kept her promise. Now, young lady, give me all your jewelry as you had promised, said the thief. As he came nearer to Chandrika, he saw her sad face. The thief got curious and asked Chandrika, "What is the matter? Why are you looking so sad?" Then Chandrika narrated her story to the thief. The thief took pity on her and told her, "You are very honest. I will not steal anything from you. Instead, I will escort you to your house." Chandrika reached home and told her husband about what transpired between herself and Dhananjay. But Jayachandra did not believe her. "My doors are closed for you. I left it to your choice and you choose to leave my place. Now there is no place for you in my heart. You shall leave my house at once," said Jayachandra and slammed the door in the face of Chandrika. She had nowhere to go. Feeling distressed and helpless, she committed suicide. Betal ended his narration here and asked Vikram, "You have heard the story with apt attention. Now decide and tell me immediately who is the most noble of these four persons. Who made the noble sacrifice among them? Was it Chandrika who ended her life? Or was it her husband who had agreed to send her to Dhananjay? Or the thief who, without robbing her, sent her away? Or was it Dhananjay who wanted Chandrika to go back to her husband? If you know the answer and still prefer to remain quiet, your head will split into pieces. Beware." Vikram immediately answered Betal, "A sacrifice made without selfish motive is the greatest sacrifice. In this story, Chandrika took an extreme step by ending her life because she got herself in an awkward situation and had no place to go. Dhananjay did not accept Chandrika, fearing the king's punishment, and her husband gave up his wife because she was never his and doubted her and did not want her. All these had selfish motives." Vikram explained, "Only the thief made a true sacrifice. He was the most noble of these four persons. He could have easily robbed her, but let her go without any selfishness on his part." Vikram said Betal, "I like your judgment, but you have spoken, so I am going back to the tree." Saying so, Betal flew back to the tree. Since Vikram was determined to hand over Betal to the sage, he dashed towards the tree. Thank you. If you want more stories like this, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.